Amigos, what's up? Welcome back to our channel, Atrocities Upon Cities, where today you're going to be seeing us work with this nice manifold. We're going to be rewiring everything and making sure that we fix the issue that it's having. It messes up the timer every time it turns on. One of the valves doesn't turn off and it stays on for 2 or 3 hours. So we can tell right away that all the wires were messed up and they were old, they were messed with, or just different things. I think one of the sprinklers was creating water and they just puddled up. They created frogs, and frogs were in there running around messing everything up. So we're out here, you guys can see the tear in there. There was frogs as I was pulling out the areas right there. Every time I pulled out a box, 1 or 2 frogs jumped around, and that's how we know that all the wires were messed up. We're going to also be checking a couple sprinklers, but for now we'll continue to show you. You guys can see all this wiring here. We're going to work from the valves all the way into the timer to make sure, as I kept working on these areas, all of the wires were switched around. The colors didn't make sense. There's a certain way of making all the colors, like for example the common, and they chose to use the different colors, so we had to make sure we used the right ones. You guys can tell right here the sprinklers didn't pop up anymore, so we decided to change them, but it still didn't fix the problem, so we're gonna try to tell them to fix the valve. Other than that, everything came out perfect. We kept working on all these areas. You guys can see the yellowing of the grass and where the water is not hitting, so we made sure that we replaced the sprinklers to brand new ones, but there wasn't enough pressure, like the valve was stuck or something. So we'll continue to work on all the areas out here. We'll go back to where the valves are. You guys can see all the wires already. I can start seeing all the colors that they were using and making sure that I start organizing everything so it's not all over the place. So you guys can see they used the 2 green ones to connect instead of the white ones as commons. So I got all the valves, you got all the wires from one side. You connect them all to the white wire, which is usually your common. It says that in the wire in the timers. So you guys can see I organized everything also. I split all the ends and I made sure that I cleaned them up, so when we put the new wire nuts, everything gets fixed. That's the way it works out here to be able to rewire all these valves. And then you got to get to the timer so you can see the colors that you're working with. Alright fellas, you can see this certain house had a nice little system of what it used to look like, but the colors were all mixed up, so we had to make sure that we just made whatever we could. We did it right. We used the white commons, and it's a pretty new timer. I think it was a 2016 timer. You guys can see the white entries for the common, and then all the colors that we have: green, blue, yellow, black, and red. And we made sure that we went to the front and we organized that too, made it all in sequence, put wire nuts on everything. Everything worked out perfect. We'll show you the cleanup that we did at this house too. It was a quick TikTok video. Follow us on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram at #AUCAmigo.
Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Oh.
Amigos, thanks for watching. AUC Amigos.